video. That's not ammo rack!
Legion is actually the team rushing in here after if you know maybe get shut down early on.
Won't you tell me now?
Ooh, that was an ammo rack.
Won't you tell me now? Won't you tell me now?
Release the savage.
Oh dear, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh dear. And he's going to shut down General potentially. I think we'll be going through. Rebels trying to block, sir. This is a really good attack by very few. Oh man, 1,200 hit points almost. Ariana Grande. Oh, it's an ammo rack from Killer from North. Also no party without me.
My best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. I saw no shadow. I looked around, searched every building and home that I found. I saw no shadow, but felt a glow. The warmth inside me, it kept me afloat. It felt like heaven had found my bones and gave me comfort when I feel alone. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend to 23. She left her and hovered above me. Best friend to 23. I heard the heavens crying above me. They gained an angel, I lost a friend. I felt like dying again and again. I went through hell, stared scared of death, but I keep fighting with each living breath. I saw no way out from where I stood. Felt like the fire had burned me through. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend.
No! Good evening, everyone. We are back on the EU server. We are on the second day of the Blitz Cup preliminaries, and there are only 8 teams here. They are APA Endgame, Immortals, Legion, LOCA, Raid, S0ULS, and Win. Right, this is the Blitz Cup preliminaries format, all games are played in best of 7. That is, the team that wins the first 4 matches will win the fixture. The tournament is run in single round robin format. That is, each team will play 7 other teams, and 1 point is given to the fixture win and 0 points are given to the fixture loss. The top 4 clans with the most points will advance to the Blitz Cup and if there are more than 1 team having the same number of points in the 4th place, then in the case of this tie, the following parameters are considered. In this order, first we consider the head-to-head result, and then the total game wins. Finally, we'll consider the total battle duration. So if the wins are done in a shorter period of time, then you're ahead of the team in this tiebreaker situation. This is the timeline for you. We are currently on the 2nd day of the Blitz Cup preliminaries. There are 2 more match days to go. They are on Friday and Sunday, which is on the 9th and 11th of October. All the clans have battled out in the previous Q tournaments, and we've decided the top 8, and this is the top 8 that has done very well during the previous Q tournaments. And for the Blitz Cup, the EU server, the dates are the 21st to the 22nd of November. This is the map pool for you. We're going to start off with Yukon, Dynasties, Pearl, Descent, and Fort Despair. And in around an hour later, in the 4th fixture, we're going to start with Normandy, Mayan Ruins, New Bay, and finally Oasis Palms. This is the leaderboard for you so far. Legion currently with 2 points alongside LOCA, top of the table. Languishing will be Win and S0ULS without any points at the moment. This is my stream schedule for the Blitz Cup preliminaries. Tonight we're going to stream APA vs Immortals and then APA vs S0ULS. For the next 2 more days on Friday and Sunday, I'll be streaming first LOCA vs Immortals and then Immortals vs S0ULS. Finally, LOCA vs S0ULS to end this bracket. And for the schedule tonight, Mnet will be streaming S0ULS vs Legion, and then it will be Raid vs Legion. Fudget's Blitz, he has the coin stream. He'll be streaming LOCA vs Win and then Win vs Immortals. Every good name's taken will be streaming Raid vs Endgame and then LOCA vs Endgame. And I will be streaming APA vs Immortals and APA vs S0ULS thereafter. Rip will be streaming Raid vs Endgame and then Raid vs Legion. The time given here is in Central European Summer Time. That is the time given time in France, Germany, Italy, Poland, and Spain. And this is how you can get coins. My moderators will show you will put the portal link in the description there. If you're lazy, click on the link and follow the steps I stated here, and you'll be getting your coins. Hello both Spicy Win and also the deal for real. So let's start off, shall we? Okay, hello, Tierra da Silva here. This is the APA's roster. Yennefer is the captain of the team, and then we have Macheo, Ninja, Manfak, Lionel, which is now Froggy, Sinkiervnika, Orgian with the T1, Ernest, Machinek, and Moika. So we're going to be facing Immortals. So let's get the trade up.
That's not Amorak!
Right, this is the Immortals roster for you. Gaseo Jones is the captain of the team. Then we have Donda, which was previously known as KB. We have Mass296, Rudy or Rudavi, Tinko, Seashell, the A158 Coke or Artichoke. Like KO Jones, I don't know about this one because I was told that it was called Elons, but apparently it's Elons as well. But let's call him Elons for now. Then we have the Silver, previously known as Sush, or I think it was Bobinho, or Rashford 10. Finally, we have Romeo Jones. This is the last 5 games. Immortals, their last form, the previous form isn't really that good. They only won 1 game in the last 5 games, and APA won 3 games in the last 5. Actually, these two teams, this will be an interesting matchup because both teams want to pick up momentum here, especially Immortals. They won against Endgame pretty nicely, 4-2 win, but they lost after that. I think it was to Legion 2-4 if I remember correctly. And Immortals want to make a good result here and mount a good challenge into the top 4 and challenge the big 4 actually. This is going to be interesting matchup for sure. And for the last 5 matchups, APA won 3 of the last 5 matchups, and this could be traced back to the spring season. So there are some big scorelines there, and they haven't been playing with one another a lot during the previous queue. APA losing to Immortals 1-2, and tonight will be an interesting one, to be honest with you. And let's ask Thomas Peterson, what do you think about the results tonight? And let's start off. If I got the right dates, Let's start off with SOULS versus Legion. Thomas Peterson is predicting SOULS will lose 0-4 against Legion, which is not a good result anyway. LOCA versus WIN. Thomas Peterson is predicting LOCA winning 4-2 against WIN. And Raid versus EG, or Endgame. Thomas Peterson is predicting Raid will lose 1-4 against Endgame. And finally, APA versus Immortals. This will be an interesting one, in fact. Thomas Peterson is going to predict APA will lose 2-4 against Immortals. You must be wondering about the numbers there. The lower the number, the more probable that scenario is going to be. So the lowest probability here is Immortals 4-2 against APA, with the odds only at 1.29. APA winning 2.37, and their odds are very high in fact. APA winning 4-0 against Immortals are as high as 6.41. So we're probably going to see, we're witnessing some really close games, and I'm sure these two teams are going to bring some amazing excitement to us tonight. So I don't think I have much left to say, so I'm going to wait until the room is up, and I'm going to be preparing. Oh gosh, what app was this on? Can I recall? I forgot, really. Oh, I'm sorry. So, the map. Yukon. Let's go with Yukon first then. Yukon, where are you, Yukon? Oh, thank you, Stinch. Okay, so room is up. So we're going to head in no time. In no time. So Yukon. This is Yukon map for you. Yukon is the map that the cap points take as a 5.8 increment. This is a 4 base cap, so Ucoin, we are seeing more clans playing with caps instead of killing all 7 tanks, and you should try to defend all the caps and prevent enemies from getting 3 caps, because if the enemy's got 3 caps, then you have little time in killing all the tanks, and we saw it in multiple occasions where clans won it by caps instead of killing all 7 tanks. What else should I say? We've seen clans who are losing in terms of hit points and who are originally losing in terms of hit points and also tanks came out on top, won that game in the end because they have more cap points and the speed of the cap points, the increasing speed, the incremental speed of the cap points is just a bit too quick. So you probably want to play for caps on Ucoin, and A would be the cap that all clans will be looking to get from the hands of the enemies. But B and C will be an absolute certainty that you must get it at the start. D, we're going to we don't see a lot of clans going to D at the moment, but that could change tonight, because of the cap points, the number of cap points you can earn in a very short period of time. Securing D could be instrumental to your success. So let's see what both teams are going to play tonight. Oh, Krzysiek says, "Come on, heavy lump." He will be playing. He will be playing 1 hour later. So, there we go, the lineups are here. APA on the north side, Immortals on the south side. We have Yennefer in the 50B alongside Froggy or Lionel, Ernest in the Vicus Light, Macheo in the mouse alongside Ninja, Machinek in the E5 alongside Moika. Immortals are going with Gaseo Jones in a Vicus Light, and then we have Da Silva in the E5 alongside Lankeo Jones, Team Co Supreme, and Rudavi, or Rudy. And then we have Donda in the T22 and Romeo Jones in the IS4. Da Silva will be changing to another tank. And Sinkievnika has arrived. Nope, Da Silva is going to insist on E5. This is going to be interesting, but Sinkievnika has come in place of Ninja, but he isn't going to play in Vicus Light or in Vicus MKF, and he's going to play in the mouse. Same tank but different player. Around 30 seconds left to go. Oh, I'm sorry. Who do you think will come out on top in this fixture? Comment in the chat there. It's going to be hard to call, to be honest with you, but we will see. There we go. Hello, Patrick. The Polish derby would only happen 1 hour later, and I really hope to see all of you here to witness two Polish clans, two best Polish clans, head to head one another. This is going to be a lot of heated affair, I can assure you. But at the moment, we're going to follow APA versus Immortals. APA, north side, they're going mostly to B and D, while Immortals are doing similar stuff. Both of the teams are going to capture bases, but APA might be getting it more quickly. but only Ernest is capturing B, while Immortals is going to capture C with 3 tanks. So APA has already sent the Mouses into B as well, so APA will get a cap lead first. Immortals will follow a cap lead, but they are trying to capture D. And Donda on D, very cautious here. Meanwhile, Gaseo Jones would not want to be punished at the start. He is in the fakest light, he does not have a lot of hit points, but APA have ignored the Mouses are barreling and they're trying to shut down E5 potential. This could descend into a brawl affair very soon. And Zinki, Nika and Macheo has arrived, but the rest of the APA's forces haven't come yet. The E5s haven't taken a lot of damage. Zinki Nika took a bit of hit though, but Immortals must absolutely respond to that. Danda is pretty far away, but I'm a bit worried about Immortals setup here because they're not holding a horizontal straight line, and potentially Rudy, Romeo, and Da Silva can be shut down pretty quickly. And now Sinkier guys are coming in, Machinek, Yennefer, and also Froggy. They are all coming in to shut down those E5s, and also the Mouse, the Ice War here. But Rudy is the first time down for KO Jones, and Teamco are now in. They need kill of Sinkier Nika. This is going to be an intense affair here, but they're not killing Sinkier Nika for some reason. He is a one-shot. They're going for Yennefer instead. But Froggy isolated himself somehow as Romeo Jones killed off Froggy flank KO Jones' track. Timko kills off Yennefer while Danda has come to the backside of Sinkira and kills him off. Immortals now with 750 cap points, but they lost C as well. Danda shooting the backside of Moika and Macheo as well. The push from APA doesn't seem to work as good as I expected, but the hit points are still neck and neck. Immortals now coming on top in the hit point pool trading, and Flankeo Jones is off one shot, but Ernest is down, Machinek's down, Flankeo's down, Moika is going to be the focus for Immortal tanks, and Immortals have now 5 tanks on the board. Moika is very low indeed, but now that could only splash onto Moika, and Moika is killed, but Cheo is the last man standing. The first game, definitely, without any question, will go to Immortals. Oof, this is a very interesting brawl affair. APA unable to take advantage of a 6 versus 3 push, and they were punished for doing that. I don't think it's a bad idea from APA at all. I would have done the same, but maybe the focus fire has to be questioned here. Let's see the damage done by both teams. There we go. APA has 3 tanks doing more than 2k damage. Macheo killing 2, doing 3k damage around. Immortals, they have 4 tanks doing more than 3k, and 2 tanks doing more than 2k. And E5s, although I thought they're going to be down very soon, they still have tanks that could do almost 5,000 damage. It's impressive, I must say. Gaseo Jones and Danda killed 5 tanks in total, putting out more than 6k damage. So they are very important indeed. APA, that push seems to be foiled. Hello, David. Now, APA are going with Sinkier Nika back in the mouse, Yennefer in the T22, Ernest in the Victor's Light. We also have Froggy, Macheo, Machinak, and Moika in quadruple E5s. Meanwhile, Immortals are going with Gaseo Jones in the Victor's Light, Da Silva in the E5 alongside Mes296 and Teamco. Romeo Jones will be in the ice alongside Flankeo Jones. Finally, we have Danda in the T22. We only have 30 seconds left. Immortals with a win at hand. They definitely would like to continue this good performance in heading into the next match. The APA, they must absolutely focus fire in order to come out trumps. Romeo Jones, Lucia says Romeo Jones is the best player. Ooh, we seem to have some fans here of different players. Good. There we go. APA on the south side. This time they're going for both A and C. Meanwhile, Immortals will be doing also an A-B strat. And this time Immortals will be capturing B more quickly than the others. But SEO-ULS just go past through B. Let's head down to his perspective, spotted up Moika. But SEO-ULS is not spotted yet. Can he put a good shell into Moika? No, he missed Moika, but he spotted as well. And Immortals would get a cap lead at the start. Meanwhile, the silver is barreling into A, but the Immortals forces this is a vertical straight line at the moment, but they could regroup very quickly. The silver knows that he has no rivalry here at all, and he's now going for A. The Immortals need to be careful that B could be captured if they are not careful enough. Meanwhile, the silver needs to be wary of a potential push from AP onto A side, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Immortals absolutely need to defend B, because if they don't and allow APA to get B, they could put themselves in a lot of trouble in terms of the caps. And now APA got D as well, and Immortals have the cap lead here. Now the cap points have ticked into the 500 mark. The APA are now making a move over to B potentially, but B is still relatively lightly fortified by Immortals. I'm a bit worried because Thunder is there to spot up tanks trying to go for B. Froggy spotted. APA definitely doing something for B. The Thunder spotted. He is relatively safe, but Shinak takes a bit of hit there. Sinkiev hesitating a little bit whether to go for B or not. But the Immortals positioning, definitely B is very doable. And APA just hesitated whether going for B or not. Now Sinkiev spotted. He takes a little bit more hit. APA absolutely cannot hesitate at this point. They need to go all into B or risk getting shut down by the Immortals defensive tanks. Now now Froggy and Machinak are coming in, attempting to shut down Down knows something is going wrong. He's going to run away here. Meanwhile, Immortals have put 4 tanks onto defending B. Meanwhile, A is left open. Moika can get A without any contest at all. But that, I think, would be done by SEO-ULS and potentially Thunder. But he's trapped. He cannot go in and help. Moika is going to do a 1 versus 1, but meanwhile we're going to see Immortals pushing into Sinkiev Nika, and the Immortals just focusing the bounce, which is a very interesting call, but now Sinkiev Nika is dead. They're now going to focus Yennefer, and now Immortals have 980 cap points. 1 more kill would do. Oh no, APA killed Timko. Absolutely. Oh no, there's a cap stop there. They need 1 more kill. Immortals need 1 more kill. They need 1 more kill. And they got the final kill and won it with caps. Wow, APA, that last minute cap stop. Oh, I thought APA could have snatched it from a sudden death here. Not a sudden death. I thought they could have snatched it and handed a sudden death to Immortals. Immortals, oh, almost got punished for leaving all the caps out in leaving all the caps on APA. Definitely had an idea here, but Immortals definitely didn't allow that to happen. And looking at the damage, Ernest doing just more than 2k. Immortals 3 tanks doing more than 2k. Definitely not all tanks are down, so the damage done is just a little bit redundant here. And now Immortals have got the second game. I got pinged for some reason. Hopefully, okay. Good. It's not because I have some problem with the stream. We are now on Dynasty's Pearl. Dynasty's Pearl is a map, if I can get it up very soon, that has very narrow and long corridors, and that favors very heavy tanks, and we've seen numerous times that teams love to kind of spam mouses on this map, and APA are going to take 2 mouses, and Immortals will take 1 mouse, including VK 90.01p, which is a very interesting choice. It's a very underrated tank, I believe, and it is the gun and the armor which is heavily overlooked. Let's see what's going to happen tonight here. And now we have Yennefer in the mouse alongside Macheo, Sinkiev, Nika, and Eva alongside Froggy and Moika. Yeah, there we go. And Froggy as well in the E5. Machinek in the IS4, Ernest in the Vicus Light. Immortals are going with Romeo Jones and Ellens in the double IS4, Dunder in the mouse. We have the Silver and Teamco in the double E5. Romeo Jones is in the IS4. Flankeo Jones will be in the VK 90.01p. Gaseo Jones will be in the Vicus Light, and there was a slight jitter here. APA on the north side, they're going for C, while Immortals are doing similar stuff. They set down to get Gaseo Jones here, and he spotted up a lot of tanks from APA. Meanwhile, Ernest did a really good job sorting top tanks, but not a good job in conserving hit points. And he took a hit there, which is not ideal. And I think the free cam is not working, which is not good to see. Let's head to Ellen's. Put a good shell into Macheo. Meanwhile... Oh, thank you, Hank. That's the camera work is better than Judo's. Thank you for your compliment. And now Dunder is trying to kind of do something about that. Trying to kind of spot up APA tanks, but he took a bit of hit as well. Yennefer is relatively healthy. Meanwhile, we have Ellen still holding this corner here, but let's not look at Ellen's, but Teamco on this flank here. And they are trying to kind of do some crossfire into these E5s here. Da Silva is coming from the side, and now E5s of APA are in a little bit of trouble, and Immortals are definitely doing something about that. Da Silva dropped the reactive armor, but he is the focus for APA. They are now focusing Froggy here. Teamco is going for Froggy. And now look at he has a good shell. I think he will put a good shell, but no, he bounces onto Froggy, but the backsides, definitely very juicy targets. Teamco dropped the reactive armor and speed boost, but on the other hand, the mouses are coming in to try to shut down Flankeo Jones, and this is turning out to be a very, very chaotic affair. And now we have Romeo Jones in the IS4 trying to run away, but meanwhile we have Dunder in the mouse. He needs to kill off Froggy here. Does he kill off Froggy? He does kill off Froggy, and Romeo Jones in the IS4 onto the backside, and he got tracked, and Yennefer tries to block Romeo Jones, and Dunder is killed. Hit points still neck and neck. It's all about the focus fire. It's all about whoever has a better formation here. But the Immortals a little bit spread out here, but Sinkiev Nika is killed as well. The APA a little bit more congealed, but Ernest took 374. Gaseo Jones very, very low. APA with more than 1 kill hit point advantage. And Teamco receives a hit by Machinek. Airlines is going to focus Machinek. They absolutely need to kill off Machinek. But Teamco bounces. Oh, so does Machinek as well. This is turning out to be a very, very interesting call. Elon kills off Machinek. Yennefer comes in and he is trying to shut down Teamco. He has the reactive armor, but that doesn't help him in any way. Ellen's put a good shell into Yennefer. Romeo Jones puts another good shell into Yennefer. Immortals are trying their best to win this one, but the hit points are against them. The caps are against them. They must absolutely kill all the mouses here, and there is still a very healthy Ernest here. Ellis is trying to run away from the mouse. The carcass here might help, but he puts a really big max throw into Ernest. Yennefer is dead. Ellis is dead. Gaseo Jones, he needs to put a good shell into Ernest, so he must not die. That is what we need to see. The APA 980. Are they able to kill off one tank before 1,000 cap points? No, they couldn't. APA gets the third round here. Well done to APA. Oof. I think everything just goes very wrong trying to rush those E5s from the Immortals side. We could only see Gaseo Jones, Flankier Jones, and the Silver doing less than 1000 damage. Meanwhile, APA, they have 4 tanks doing over 2k, which is a very nice to see. Yennefer doing more than 4k in a mouse. Meanwhile, Ellens and Romeo Jones did more than 4k, almost 9k in total, but that doesn't help at all, I must say. And we are now on the 4th game on Dynasty's Poe. So this time we have Yennefer back in the bounce alongside Macheo, Sinky Evnika in the E5 alongside Froggy, Machinek and Moika. And this will be wrapping up with a Vickers Light. Immortals are going with Gaseo Jones in the Vickers Light. A158 Coke in the E5 alongside Flankeo Jones and Teamco. Da Silva will be in the Ice alongside Romeo Jones. Finally, we have Thunder in the mouse. Thank you, that for you. Oh, Lucia is screaming, nice Immortals. That was a really nice game on the second game of Unicorn. AP almost did a sudden death scenario to Immortals. But we're heading into the 4th game, and let's see. APA south side, Immortals north side. APA are going with these tanks over to A. Meanwhile, Immortals are going back on C. I can get really high here, which is really nice. Oh, I can get really high. Gaseo Jones in the Vegas Light. He doesn't spawn up anything. Would that be a sign for them to capture A? C here. Meanwhile, APA would want to capture A with all the tanks. Flankeo Jones is here as well. They need one more tank to capture. A158 Cook is coming in. Oh, but Gaseo Jones is tracked. It's resets. And APA would get the cap lead at the start. And it's a really good start from APA. And they could sit back and enjoy. Meanwhile, Immortals need to get hold of B. Do they have mouse? They have a mouse, and they just need more tanks trying to capture B. Maybe just put 4 tanks and maybe fine. APA are in position to reset B. Look at the E5s. They are in position to do so. Froggy is spotted. But Immortals have another idea. Macheo and Yennefer guarding their spawn. But Immortals, what do they have in mind? The Silver is spotted. Froggy is spotted again. But the Silver will get punished a bit. Nope, he is totally fine. But Ernest is trying to relocate, is trying to flank, but Gaseo Jones is in position. If they made any mistakes, if he made any mistakes, Gaseo Jones can duly punish him. Meanwhile, nothing much has been going on here. It's an uneventful affair so far. We have more jitter going on, which is not good to see. Froggy said affirmative. Both Froggy and Yennefer are spotted, but just let's head up high. But there is nothing happening going on. Not even Immortals trying to get hold of B here. Romeo Jones is spotted. Froggy is spotted. And APA just needs to park the bus. They are aware that the mouses can come in to shut down the tanks going into B. And now Machado is relocating, going for B instead. And more shot attempts are going through. Nothing much is happening at the moment. Okay, let's set up really high again. Yennefer, it's getting a bit of hit there. It needs to stay. She needs to stay really carefully as well. Froggy is spotted. Moika picked up sector 3. Are they expecting a push back? Push from the Immortal spawn? Immortals are still doing nothing. I am wondering, what are they waiting? Are they trying to kill off one tank at around 900 caps here? And that could swing the cap lead back to the favor in a very short amount of time, and they could win that match and impose a sudden death to APA. Froggy spotted, Yennefer spotted, Teamco is spotted, but still nothing much happening. We are now heading into the 800 cap point territory. Both Immortals absolutely must do something. Are they going for a kill? But with APA's setup here, it is going to be very hard to kill with one tank at around 900 cap points. Hello, lawyer, says Izzy. Then you get Sayo Jones. Thunder. Now it's going for B here. They're going for base capture from B. And Gaseo Jones, Romeo Jones are definitely trying to capture B, but Machado is in to get a cap reset here. They absolutely must kill off the tank. Thunder takes a bit of hit there, and that's what they want to achieve. They want the tanks that could receive hits to take damage, but now this is a very, very chaotic affair. We are descending into anarchy. APA putting everyone there, but Gaseo Jones is dead. APA, the A cap is now getting captured. Immortals, they must kill off Machado. Machado is killed, but Teamco is also killed. Machinek is going for C here. Immortals, A58 Cook must not die, but he is dead. APA got the win in the end. Oh man, Gaseo Jones. I think that was the problem here. He is attempting to capture that base, but APA did really well to shut him down, and now APA are tied with Immortals 2-all. Looking at the damage here, Ernest in Vegas like doing 1.7k, but telling you the damage wouldn't say anything about this very entropic match at the end. And Da Silva doing just slightly less than 2k, killing one tank, but Machinak killing 2 tanks definitely handed the win to APA. And we are now on Desert here. Desert will be a map that favors this is like the map like Rindelberg, where you usually would go only one side and the others you probably won't do a cap strat there, and this is what we're going to be expecting, a raw affair over to the desert side. And would that be the case for both AVA and Immortals, or would they have a very special strat? We saw some very special strategies on the H server though, making use of the space over to the city side, but still we don't see a lot of cap strategies over to B and C. The main reason is that you can't get defending the bases there is hard, especially B, and you have some broad and long corridors, which is not really good for defending here. Rotation wise, it's relatively easy, just get a good coordination and you'll be fine. We only have 10 seconds left to go. Yennefer in the T22 looks like Machado, Froggy in the E5 looks like Machinek, Moika, and Sinkier with Nika. We also have Ernest and the Vickers Light. Meanwhile, Immortals are going with IS4 played by Romeo Jones, T22 played by Thunder, Quadruple E5 is played by A158 Cook, Da Silva, Teamco, and Flankier Jones. Finally, Gaseo Jones will be finishing off with a Vegas Light. No, okay, this is going to be interesting. Machinek spotted, Boyka spotted. APA are going to put quadruple E5s down the bridge here, and some snapshots happening, but Romeo Jones are in position to shut down Moika, but the E5s of APA have made a good choice to shut down Romeo Jones, and the Immortals, they need to realize this danger here, and they must absolutely save Romeo Jones. Unfortunately, I don't know whether he's going to survive for long, and the APA just put everyone into shutting down Romeo Jones at this point. A Team Co, they're just going in to save Romeo Jones, hashtag save Romeo Jones, and with that happened, Romeo Jones puts a good show to Froggy, and his sacrifice might be enough here. Hit points still neck and neck, but Thunder isolated himself a bit, and he's dead. And this is going to be 7 versus 5 for APA. Immortals definitely look very bleak here, but Machinek got shut down by these 3 tanks. A158 Kirk is dead, but Tinko is going to get shut down very soon. And Machinek is down to 1 shot, and Da Silva kills him off. Teamco is getting surrounded by the APA's forces, and Yennefer is going to kill him off. It's going to kill him off, and Flankier just dropped the reactive armor. Froggy is still alive for some reason, and Gaseo is going to kill him. But this game's definitely going for APA. I think the main problem is Romeo Jones. That position, I can't really say how he could have prevented it. It could be a strategical mistake. But we saw a lot of clans doing similar strat. Maybe it's not a good idea to put only 1 tank there. Maybe 2 tanks will be a better shout. But by no means Immortals waited to help Romeo Jones. And APA just made a really good push into the Immortals forces. And the Silver is killed. This game goes to APA. And now for the first time of tonight, APA is ahead. There we go, Ernest doing more than 3k in the Figures Light, killing 1 tank in return. Yennefer doing doing almost 3k alongside Macheo, killing 3 tanks in return. The mediums and lights of APA side definitely did really well. And their Focus 5 from APA got better and better. Meanwhile, Immortals, Gaseo Jones in the biggest light, doing more than 2k alongside the Silver Flankier Jones. However, Romeo Jones managed to put out 1.6k damage, and Teamco A158 and Dunda did less than 1000 damage, which is not good to see, because Romeo Jones is the first tank down, and he did the 4th most damage. Is not a good sign at all, and this is now going to be a match point to APA. Only 1 more win would be enough for APA. Meanwhile, Immortals needs to pick up their form they had on Yukon, and this is not showing it at the moment. Immortals, they are fizzling out, and hopefully they don't run out of carbon dioxide here, because if they do run out of carbon dioxide, this fizzy drink is going to be just a corn syrup, which is not going to be appetizing. Meanwhile, APA, they have gathered some momentum here, and they are going to steal more momentum from Immortals team. And now they go with Fekis Light, played by both Yennefer and Ernest. Sinclair Liga in the E5 alongside Froggy, Machinek and Boyka. Macheo in the T22. Meanwhile, Immortals are going to be playing with Gaseo Jones in the Vegas Light. A158 Coke in the E5 alongside the Silver and Flankier Jones. Danda will be playing T22 alongside Team Kern, and it will be wrapped up by Romeo Jones back in the IS4. Let's see, double check. There we go. Got it right. APA on the south side, Flankier Jones, which is in Immor, on the north side. Okay, Gaseo Jones spotted very early on. Will he get punished on the crossing? Nope, it's fine, but he needs to be extremely careful here. Oh, some crossfires happening. Machinetto, a really big hit. So does Froggy and Romeo Jones. And they're heading into the palm trees preserve. No palm trees getting knocked over at the moment. Which is very good of both teams here. And C's now getting captured. Very interesting call by both Danda and Teamco. In APA, they are realizing this information and they're sending tanks trying to reset C or capturing it again. And APA is sending everyone to C. If the T20s are not careful enough, they might be in a lot of trouble. Gaseo just spotting up nothing on the crossing. I think there is a big trouble looming for Immortals. APA are sending everyone into the city side. Meanwhile, Immortals, this looks like to be a very spread up formation. And if APA decides to push C, will the E5s be able to get in to help the T20s and Gaseo Jones quick enough? We're going to see very soon. Thank you, Hank. Muda. And Sinclair Nika is capturing C at the moment. And he does capture C. And now AP will have to cap lead, but they need to wait for a bit. Meanwhile, Immortals are now going to rotate to the lesser side. Where they need to capture A before APA does capture before APA's cap points are going to be up over Immortals. Immortals are going to capture A, and APA are forced to defend in the city, which is not going to be nice to see. Moika spotted, Teamco and Dunder spotted, Gaseo Jones is running away. A158 Coke, so they're coming in support. APA, what would they have in mind? They are now forced into a trap here, but still, and APA needs to rotate to the desert side. Ramiro Jones took a bit of hit there. He's spearheading this. He can't be the first tank down if he's not careful enough. Let's head down to Ramiro Jones. Spotted up Moika. Will he put a good shout to Moika? There we go. There we have a really good shout into Moika, and Immortals have the hit point pool lead back. Meanwhile, CKF Nika and also Machinek are spotted, but we're going to see a rotation coming in from the double figures light and Macheo. And Romeo Jones, however, is horrendously isolated. And for KO Jones, can he put a shell in? Romeo Jones are in loads of trouble. And Ernest took a really big hit, 124, but time is ticking against APA. They absolutely needs to kill off Romeo Jones. Meanwhile, for KO Jones is trying to go in and shut down Vicky Slate, but then he's going to do a 1 vs 3, which is not going to be good to see because now Immortals, they're going to try and shut down E5s. They are pulling back. APA's E5s are trying to pull back. Sinclair Nika got tracked, and this is not good news at all. And he repairs his tracks. Will he be able to get saved just in time? No, he can't. The silver kills him off. Meanwhile, Teamco is doing a circle of death against Moika, and Ramiro Jones is dead. And this is still very tight. Moika is getting absolutely destroyed by Teamco, farmed by him, and some really good crops going out of it. I like Kel, but Teamco still very healthy in the T22. He now discovers Yennefer, puts a really good show in there, but Yennefer rams into Flankier Jones instead. In this case, Froggy got tracked, receives 1.2k of damage. Immortals are coming out on top. Froggy is killed by Da Silva. Finally, Macheo is the last man standing. What a good game by Immortals here. Absolutely trapped APA into the city area. Forced them to make a rotation from there. And Immortals responded to that rotation perfectly. And this is going to be a tiebreaker for both teams. Look at the damage here by Immortals. Absolutely well done. Wow. Da Silva doing more than 3k, killing 2 tanks. Flankier Jones doing more than 2k alongside Teamco, killing 3 tanks in total. Yennefer doing more than 2k in the Vegas Light, and Ernest doing just below 2k. And Froggy killed 2 tanks in an E5. We are on Fort Despair, and Fort Despair could be a good map for APA. They love heavies. Immortals, they love mobility, and Fort Despair might not be the best best map for that purpose. You know what happened to Immortals on Indices Pro, Fort Despair. This is going to be a tough one to call. But APA will be going for a double bounce played by Yennefer Ernest, Sinkiev, Nico in the E5, Froggy in the ice alongside Macherio, Machinek, and Moika. Meanwhile, Immortals will be going with Gaseo Jones to the Vicus Light, A158 Coke in the ice alongside Romeo Jones, the Silver in the E5, Thunder in the T22, Flankeo Jones in the Mouse, and Team Co in the 215B. We only have 30 seconds left. This is going to be the decider. This is going to decide who will get the important, valuable, precious 1 point. APA has 1 point at the moment. Immortals also has 1 point at the moment. That point could be important to kickstart either clan's campaign. And this is going to be extremely, extremely tight to call. My heart is beating. This is absolutely amazing stuff. APA on the south side. Meanwhile, Immortals on the north side. This is the decider. This is what we're going for. APA. They're going for both A and B. Meanwhile, Immortals are doing similar stuff. Gaseo Jones trying to defend A, which is a very interesting spot. You don't see that often in a light tank. Meanwhile, there are no tanks trying to be here to reset B, so I suppose Immortals have some idea here. Yennefer is spotted by Thunder, and Thunder puts a really good shot to Yennefer. Good start to Immortals, but they have more than 2k hit points to get back for the Silver is spotted. Gaseo Jones is not spotted yet. He does not want to shoot anything because if he does, he is going to expose his camel. Yennefer is trying to capture B, but he is not going to be contested by any of the Immortals. He's not going to get reset, but A is also getting capped as well, and we are seeing some cap resets going on. Gaseo Jones is dropping the adrenaline, but APA got A with triple IS4s. This is not going to be good news for Immortals, but Immortals successfully closed in the gap of hit points, and this only requires a good solid push by Immortals. They just need that push, but APA can just sit intelligently behind both A and B. APA just need to park the bus, avoid losing unnecessary hit points. Immortals, it is going to be them making that move. Flankeo Jones is spotted in the mouse, but he's not getting shot at. Meanwhile, Team Co, Gaseo Jones, A158 Cook, and Romeo Jones and the Silver are in position to make a rotation whenever necessary. But Immortals, the tanks are rotating back. But they're going back to A. I think the Silver was spotted at 1 point, so this could be a red herring, but the tanks are getting spotted. The rotating tanks of Immortals are getting spotted, but none of them are getting punished at the moment. But Romeo Jones is very, very aggressive. This is going to be very, very interesting because now Flankeo Jones is moving in, and Yennefer, it's not the focus they're going for, and Romeo Jones is very low. Meanwhile, Gaseo Jones is just going past, and he's trying to cap A. No, he's not going to cap A. Well, is he going to capture A? This is still very close to call. This is a very huge brawl going on here. This is descending into entropy, and Moika is now down to one shot. Down needs to go past and kills that tank. He does kill off Moika. Gaseo Jones successfully caps A. And now hit points are still in favor of APA, but Immortals are ahead with the tanks, and Machinek is killed. Flankeo Jones is a focus potentially for APA. But Immortals are going for Froggy at this point. Danda needs to stay safe because he is the focus for the APA tanks. Gaseo Jones is coming in. And he kills off Froggy. But Flankeo Jones is dead as well. And Macheo is looking to shut down Danda. Macheo. Oh, but Teamco missed Macheo. And he's killed finally. Danda is a one-shot. He absolutely must survive. Gaseo Jones trying to shield. And Danda here doing a really good team maneuver here. Danda needs to use Gaseo to size rape. Gaseo Jones. Oh no. Danda is killed. Teamco is killed. Hit points still in favor of Immortals. They need to kill off Sin Care of Nika. Ernest trying to capture A, but only a splash is done for Ernest here. And now Yennefer is going to be going for Yennefer. Gaseo Jones. No, maybe not. Maybe he should go for A. But I think Immortals are getting this one here. And they got it. Immortals won this fixture for free. What a win that was. Oh my mind. Oh my. What a game. So chaotic. Everything is just spiraling down into chaos. And then, I mean, the amount of entropy has increased substantially over the last minute or so. You know the DQ there is just very, very large. Oof. Wow. Oh man, the silver doing more than 5k man of the match, obviously. Gaseo Jones running around like a maniac, but playing like a maniac does help the team, obviously, and he did more than 3k. Flankeo Jones in the mouse did more than 2k, and so does A158 Coke. That was a very spirited performance, very enthusiastic performance, very passionate performance by Immortals, and A158 Coke killed 2 tanks. Meanwhile, APA, Sinkier, Fika, Ernest, and Yennefer did more than 2k. Rest of the tanks, the IS-4s have disappointed, really. APA would not be getting that point. Immortal will in the end. Or Green is getting angry. Oof. Thank you for subscribing, Invincible Toxic. Just please keep the chat civil. Yeah, I don't want some drama in the chat, so moderators, please behave. So let's see the results here. There we go. LOCA 1 win for 3. Oh man. We are in trouble, definitely. SOULS lost to Legion 0-4. Raid lost to Endgame 1-4. My goodness me. I got all the outcomes right. Thomas Peterson. Wow. What have you done? Thomas Peterson is on fire tonight. Thomas Peterson got 2 correct fixtures. Legion for the SOULS, he predicted 4-0 to Legion and 4-1 to Endgame. Predicted a win for both LOCA and Immortals, although not to the tiebreaker. But when? They definitely have a lot to do. And Raid are now currently at the 5th position, tied with APA here. Wow, that is interesting stuff. I'm seeing that my stream has crashed. Oh, okay. I'm not going to refresh that page because it's going to cut off the stream. Let's analyze some matches. Shall we?
Matteo is looking to shut
But
down
don't I have
Ganta.
enough?
Matteo.
Do I have enough time? I don't think so. Just wait for me. I will change stuff up first. Okay, so please wait. Please wait. Someone is coming to help you. Okay, so let me change from here. We're going back with APA and then APA for the service is the next batch we're going to stream. Oh, that was a wrong file. Hank says, I can't take this stress. I can't take that stress as well. It was so tight. Invincible toxic. This was a really good match to commentate on. I have to agree. That was so exciting. Okay, there we go. Okay, I've done everything now, so I'm going to see the message. Let's begin. We're back. APA. This is their roster here. Yennefer is the captain of the team, and then we have Matteo, Ninja, Manfak, Lionel, which is also known as Froggy, Sinkier, Nika, Augian, 151, Ernest, Machinek, and Moika. They're going to be facing SOULS, and let's get the trailer up for you. I apologize for the delay. Okay, it should be fine now. This is the S0ULS lineup for you. Sultan is the captain of the team, and then we have Mordecai, Winner, Panpigula, Lightning McQueen, which was also known as Gengar, K-Cross, Internet, Vashivniaka, Panpochonk Crew, Toychika, and we have Heavenlump 2003, wrapping up the roster. This is their last 5 games. APA winning only 2 out of 5 games. They recently lost to Immortals on a tiebreaker, and they have they've displayed some absolutely wonderful performance. But it's not going to be enough still. They need to show that they are very good. And yesterday we saw AP very dominant. So not quite. They've lost all the last 5 games, and this is looking very horrible for them at the moment. They registered the first win in 6 games. We are going to see very soon, but the odds are stacking against S0ULS' favor here. Last 5 matchups, APA won 3 out of 4 matchups. The most recent one dates back into the spring season. They haven't met one another in the previous few tournaments, obviously because of the win rate seeding issue, which is very upsetting, I must say. But this is going to be the first time they're going to face one another in the autumn season. Let's ask Thomas Peterson, after having a really strong performance tonight, what is going to be the prediction for the following matches? We're going to start off with Raid vs Legion. Okay, Raid is tipped to lose 1-4. Meanwhile, Win vs Immortals. Win is tipped to win 4-1 against Immortals. LOCA vs Endgame. LOCA will be losing 2-4 against Endgame. And finally, we have APA versus S0ULS. What is going to be the prediction here? APA will be winning 4-3 against S0ULS. This is an interesting call. Originally, Thomas Peterson predicted S0ULS would win 4-3, but apparently APA, they have a really solid run of good form here, so APA winning 4-3, that could be possible. We're going to see if it's going to be the case. Are we going back in the tiebreaker? Are we going to be disappointed or be excited about the Polish derby? We're going to know very soon. Right, so the map pool, we're going to start with Normandy, and then My Ruins, Libe, and Oasis Pumps. Currently, the leaderboard, Legion and LOCA are leading the table. Meanwhile, Endgame and Immortals are tied with 2 points and 10 wins. Raid and APA have 7 wins, but on the same easy runoff, but only 1 point. Win and S0ULS are languishing down the table, but Win got 7 wins. They definitely want to pick up points here. This is the schedule of my stream schedule. We're going to be streaming APA for S0ULS, and on Friday we'll be following Immortals, and then we'll be going up with against LOCA and S0ULS. Finally, on the last day, LOCA will be playing against S0ULS. In what proved to be a really important top 4 battle, I would say, if LOCA didn't seal their place for tonight. the schedule for tonight, this is going to be Mnet streaming Raid vs Legion, and then Fujits will be streaming Win vs Immortals. Every good name stake is going to stream LOCA vs Endgame. I'll be streaming APA vs SOULS. The Polish derby. I am going to. This is going to be very exciting to watch. I can assure you. This is how you can get coins. If you don't know how to get coins, then shame on you. Really, you should have done it multiple times. But if you still don't know how to do it, read the instructions here. My moderators will put a lazy link in the chat there. Just click on the link, follow the steps there, you'll be fine and dandy. Without further ado, I don't think I have enough time for an analysis. I have 7 minutes left to 6 minutes left to go, so I can't play a match. Otherwise, I will miss that battle. Nothing much to say really. So we're just going to wait here. We're going to start off with Normandy. So this is Normandy map. Okay, Normandy, you might see some big pushes going early on from the south side from this arrow, or from the north side with this arrow, but this won't happen a lot in the top 8 because all the clans are prepared to defend in case of such situation happening. This crater can be a very important standoff point and could get some map control, but then you might be fighting on the lower ground and you need some depression in order to work your gun. So that might not be the best idea, but could still work if you know how to work with that. D and Z would be the first caps that both teams would really want to go for first. After that, A cap would be the cap that that two clans would want to prevent the other from getting. B can be got sneakily, but you need to make sure that no one's looking at you, because B is very very exposed on the line of fire from the spawn points here. South spawn is more advantageous for TD, so don't be surprised or flabbergasted if the south spawning team does put a TD, right? So there are 5 minutes of delay plus 20 seconds of latency time. I think the room should be up, isn't it? Oh, there we go. Room is up. So let's get the map off then. APA are in. This is the Polish derby we are all waiting for at the moment. With some people who comment on my music taste here. Right, there we go. APA have 7 players, 8 players in the room. Meanwhile, SOULS only have 6 at the moment. But AP are ready up. Ready. Yennefer and the Vickers Lights. And then we have Sink here, Rika in the E5 alongside Froggy, Mache, and Macheo. Ernest will also be playing in the Vickers Lights, Machinek in the IS4, and Moika in the 215B. Meanwhile, SOULS is going to be having Sultan in the Badger potentially, Nightling McQueen in the Vickers Light, Pigula in the IS4 alongside the winner, Heavelump in the E5, and Robert in the Vickers Light. Robert Schwartzman. And Heavelump in the E5. Hello, Innerman. How are you doing? Nope, not enough time. I was meant to analyze the match, but but then the match was playing for so long, so we can't show any match analysis. You can't analyze any games. I'm sorry. Robert Schwarzman. Who are you? Uh, nice. Oh, Schwarz. Okay, he was K Cross. So K Cross is Robert Schwarzman. Stinch. Thank you, Stinch. So ready with Sultan the Chieftain, Lightning McQueen, also known as Ganglia in the T20 alongside Wenda, Pochonk in the IS4 alongside Pigula, K Cross or Robert in the Vickers Light, and Heavenlump in the IS4. Heavenlump saying 8 losses, unbelievable. Go back and concentrate on this match, Heavenlump. I'm sure you're going to be focused. We're going to stream, Tumpy from North, we're going to stream the Polish Derby, APA versus S0ULS. There we go. And we're in on Normandy. APA on the... what spawn? I'm not in yet. We're taking some time. Yeah, AP on the south spawn, S0ULS on the north spawn. Already some heated exchange going on. Oh, this Polish derby is going to be lit AF. APA, Ernest going for C. Meanwhile, S0ULS are also going for D side as well. So there are some dropped frames, oh my god. Both teams are battling out, not just on the battle, but off the battle as well. But Rob has spotted up Sinkievnika and Ernest, and he is moving away safely. But APA will get C at the start, and so should not have a cap lead. They are not getting any caps at the moment. This is a very, very strange choice, because you definitely want some bargaining power at the start. But Ernest got punished by Pochonk for being a little bit too greedy at the start. But we have Macheo and Froggy going into the crater. They're using the play wreckage to shield themselves. And these captured finally. Pochonk took a bit of hit. Took a bit of beating. Pikuda definitely does not want to go up and go into the crater. But he is in good position, but he's on fire. Oh, he has no repair kit for that. Oh my goodness me. And Pigula took a really big hit by doing that. Meanwhile, the Vickers Light are coming in, and they are closing in to Heavenlump. But there are some bounces going on. Macheo is very low. Absolutely, the E5s must be killed as soon as possible. So's team and Machina can take care of Nika are barreling in. They're looking to shut down Pigula. This is not what they're going for. They're going for Pachong. Pachong is isolated, and that's a good call from APA. And Pachong. Meanwhile, So's are going to push into Macheo and Froggy, and Macheo is dead. Meanwhile, Pachong is also killed by Moika, but Froggy is the next tank, but he misses onto Winner. I think it was a track shot, isn't it? But Robert is only killing him off in the end. Pigula is alive, but he's the next focus for APA is going to be 5 versus 6. At the moment, it will go down to 5 versus 5 very soon. But So's with hit point advantage, and Sinclair of Nika is very low. He's down to 685. Lightning McQueen puts a good shell into Sinclair of Nika, and Winner puts another good shell into him as well. Heaven Up is going to kill him off finally. And Robert, will he put a good shell into Yennefer? Yes, he does, and Winner kills him off. We only have 3 tanks remaining for AP's side. Machina receives a shot from both Sultan and Heavy Lump, and he is killed. And Moika is going to be the second last man standing, but Robert puts a good HE shell into Moika, but McQueen bounces onto Moika, and Moika, will he be killed? He is killed by Lightning McQueen. Meanwhile, Ernest is the last man standing. It is a good win for Zeus at the start. But Ernest misses onto Robert, and Hevelum kills him off. First game goes to Souls. Pan Sultan has holy good tank. I love the chieftain, don't get me wrong. And believe it or not, he actually did the most damage, killed nothing, but did over 4k of damage. Meanwhile, Robert did more than 3k, killed 1 tank. But no tanks from APA did more than 3k. Moika is the highest, doing only 2.8k, killing 1 tank in the end. And so we have the first game here. Yennefer is back in the Vegas Light alongside Ernest, Sinclair of Nika, and the E5 alongside Froggy, and no one. Macheo changed into a T22, Machina in the IS4, and Moika in the 2.5B. So they're going with Sultan in the Chieftain, back in the Chieftain, which worked really well for them. Lightning McQueen in the T20 alongside Winder. Pachonk Crew in the IS4 alongside Pigula and Havelump. Finally, we have Robert in the IS7, which is a very, very interesting choice here. It has a really good HE shell, but the armor is leaky and the gun is quite inaccurate. So it requires some good amount of skill, a high threshold to make it work. And will Robert make it work? We'll see very soon. 30 seconds left. APA on the north spawn, so on the south spawn. We're back on Normandy. APA, they need to pick back up a relatively bad performance just now. Gengar is sleeping potentially. No, hopefully not. But once again, both teams are doing some heated exchange. APA, this time also going for D, but So's are skewing away from C, but they no, they're not going to skew away from C. They're going to put tanks on C actually. Envelope in the IS4 looking over to A, but Ernest is going to spot up little to none. Maybe he did spot up, but Pigula is getting shot by Ernest here. Ernest could farm off these IS4s here. He bounces onto Patron Crew, and he could do only little here. Ernest Is he going to go back up? No, he's going to run away. Meanwhile, Robert has already gone into a very advanced position. And APA potentially will be getting trapped in this pocket here. Moika is getting shot at. Patron Crew and Pigula dropping a lot of hit points here. But So's aggression are getting some replies here. Heavalomb, very healthy, but APA are looking to shut down. These Ice Force down to create a Heavalomb is not their top priority. But Pigula is now down to one shot. Yennefer bounces onto Pigula. That's not good to see. Ernest could not kill off Pigula. Is it on low row? Yennefer misses. Oh, and Ernest put the wrong shell here. Pigula is finally dead. But this delay means that Souls once again have the hit point pool advantage. And Souls have already made a move to now they're going to shut down Macheo, and they did here. Sultan is very low, and Kievniga and Macheo is dead. Heavalomb and Patron Crew are going for Machinek, or they're going for Froggy instead. And the Patron Crew makes a good shell into Froggy. And Heavalomb will be looking to shut down Froggy here. Good idea here. Robert is coming in. He's going to put a good shell to Froggy. Meanwhile, Lightning McQueen is now getting shut down by Ernest, Yennefer, and Machinek. But Machinek is not focusing that. Lightning McQueen is dead finally. Ernest is down to a one shot. Meanwhile, Machinek is getting surrounded by these IS Force here. And Ernest is dead. Yennefer, will he be picked up by Robert, or is it not going to be the case? But these two IS were still trying to brawl Machinek, but Heavalomb kills off Machinek. Robert kills off Yennefer. Second game goes to So's. Looking at the damage here, Ernest did more than 3k in the Ernest and the Vegas Light. Froggy did more than 2k, Machinek just short of 2k, but we have 3 tanks doing less than 1k, which is not good indeed. Robert in the I7 doing killing 4 tanks, and So's have more than 5 tanks doing 2k damage. Pigula scoring an 8, which is not good to see, but it doesn't hand So's a loss here. Definitely the 5 tanks doing more than 2k definitely have done a good job there, and we are now on Mayan Ruins. This is Mayan Ruins for you. Mayan Ruins is an interesting map, I must say. If you want map control, you might want to go see cap control, maybe both A and B. Capturing B is going to be very difficult, so you probably would want to have some crossfire into B if you want to go for that. We're seeing more and more teams going with this route into B instead of this route, because going to this route you might get reset by the mouses or any other tanks here. You could also put Vickers Light to swap tanks crossing into A or here as well. Both the south spawn spotting the north spawn is easy, I would say, but still not that much of a difference. And C, you need to be careful. If enemies are all going for C, running away would be very difficult, and you need to make sure that is not the case. I missed the transition, sorry. APA going with Macheo in the mouse, Yennefer in the T202. Quadruple E5 played by Sinkira, Rika, Machine, Froggy, and Moika. Ernest in the biggest lights. They're on the south spawn, Service on the north spawn with Sultan in E100, Lightning McQueen in the ice fall alongside Patron Crew and Heavenlom. Pigula back in the mouse, and Winder in the biggest light alongside Roberts. Souls are going mostly to A. Meanwhile, Winder is very defensive over to the C side. And APA are putting a lot of tanks over to C, and it's a good call by Souls not to commit too much over to C. or else disasters could happen. But Patrol crew are going for B early on. Macheo, he put some reset shots over to Patrol crew. Patrol crew needs to be careful here. But Patrol crew puts a really good shell into Macheo, and Macheo shoots Patrol crew for more than 460 damage, so it's a good trade for Macheo at the moment. The Patrol crew will be getting B in the end. But that could also mean Souls have one tank down because Patrol crew can't do anything to get away from this situation. And they must be careful of what they are working with at the moment. But Patrol crew is attempting to run away from the situation, and APR are allowing that to happen, which is not good to see. Here, Nika and Machinek are trying to rotate, but that could be too little, too late here. Now, Nika and Machinek are both spotted. Patrol crew can put a really good shell into Nika. He puts a really good shell into Nika. And he has this kind of ledge here to kind of shield and hold down. Look at how he bounced 2 shells from Nika and also Moika. And hit point pull sharing, AP is doing really nicely here. Froggy taking a bit of hit there. Sultan, the E100, put a really good shell, but Patrol crew got shot by Nika. Patrol crew might be in trouble here if he's not heavy enough. Nika puts a really good shell into the side armor of Patrol crew, but Nika got heavily shot at by Sultan. And Robert is going to the frontal armor of the heavy, which is not ideal at all. He needs to kind of flank on the other side. Meanwhile, the APA forces are now rotating to the middle side, and the Vickers Light needs to run away as soon as possible. And so, are they going to make a rotation as well? Nika might be in trouble, but APA are also trying to make a push. They're trying to push out Patrol crew and also Lump. And So's formation are falling apart steadily. And this is not looking good for So's at all, but they have the caps. They need to stay alive, absolutely stay alive. And that was a really good track shot from Lightning McQueen to Nika, but Patrol crew is killed by Nika. This is close call. But So's have a lot of hit points at the moment. But Lightning McQueen bounced onto Nika. Meanwhile, Moy gets a one-shot Lump. It's almost reloaded. He needs to put that shell in. Oh, he missed. This is not good. APA are on the lifeline here, are on life support. Ernest is killed. Moika is still alive. And Moika and Nika are dead. So's are going to win by caps at this point. They did win by caps. APA are losing 0-3 here. One more win from So's, and So's will get that point. APA are falling apart tremendously. Oh, this is not looking good for APA at all. And So's, after losing 3 games in the Blitz Cup preliminaries and having a 5-loss run, is this going to be the kickstart of a good campaign? Will they win all their games remaining? This is going to be interesting, but meanwhile, let's look at damage. Froggy, none of the APA tags did more than 2k. Froggy with the most damage, only 1.9k. But Vickers Light by Robert did an absolutely tremendous job, doing more than 2.9k damage, killing 1 tank. And Pentoton did more than 2.5k as well, but it's all about cap. And it's all about cap win for So's, and they did really well for capturing B, and APA kind of let it go for too long. Didn't really coordinate push really well, and So's are on the match point. APA could lose out on this much awaited Polish derby if they are not careful enough. And APA agree with Jennifer in the mouse alongside Macheo, Nika in the E5 alongside Moika, Ernest back in Vickers Light, Froggy in the E100, and Machinek in the IS4. So to go with Sultan in the E100, Lightning McQueen in the E5, and Winner also in the E5. Patrol crew in the IS4 alongside Pikuda, and Winner in the E5, Lump in the Force 155. Let's remove the map, which is not going to be of any purpose at all. Match point to Seoul's. APA absolutely needs to win this one. They are throwing everything with super heavies. This is what they're good at. But will Seoul's be able to do a counter against that strategy? We will know very soon. Robert in the Vicky slide, once again very defensive near this spawn. Pigula is going to be in the IS4 on the south spawn, going aggressively to be once again. Moika will be leading the charge into A from the north spawn, but Pigula is not going for B at the start. Lightning McQueen is spotted, but he doesn't know where the force is coming from. A is now getting captured by Ernest, and Patrol Crew needs to be really careful going into this spot, because if he goes into the spot he could get found by Ernest, but he is really careful and he's going to pull back slightly. So he's now getting captured as well, but Sultan took a little bit of careless hit there, but Heavelump couldn't penetrate, couldn't connect into Yennefer, and they are side stripping really cautiously. Pigula took a bit of hit there. APA with more than 2k hip advantage. Surely they cannot throw this advantage away if they know how to discover the weakness of Seoul's team. And this could prove to be a really important advantage for APA. We can see a missed shot from Froggy. I wish the 3k had been higher for Mayan Ruins. It's a little bit too low for my taste. So it's still defending, but when the cap points are taking to the 600 to 700 points territory, they would definitely need to make a move very soon. APA could just sit and wait. Machina is getting shot at by Winner. Robert is spotted, but Ernest is trying to flank. He needs to be extremely careful. Care of Nika is getting shot at. A little bit careless there. Oh, he does not want to take a shot like that. He is in cover, and he does not want to. Close the gap. They still have a really good solid advantage. Still near TK of hip advantage. APA, they need to retain that advantage. Pile pressure on Souls. If they chip away more hit points on Souls, they have more hit point advantage to work with, and that would mean Souls would have a higher chance to make a botched rush. Botched rotation, I mean. Moik is spotted. Winner could potentially perma-spot this flank over here. Meanwhile, still, Souls are not doing anything. APA pushing the line up. Macheo spotted, but he's showing his side armor. But he would not be getting shot at. Ernest is pinging Pan Sultan. Is that the focus they want to go for? But Winner is spotted going into the enemy spawn. APA, I think they say they are sensing something happening here. Robert getting shot. APA are rotating backwards. Meanwhile, Souls have made a push, have made a move. They are looking likely to shut down Macheo here, and I think this is a good move from APA. They would want to put their mouses on the front line here. And meanwhile, they're going to make a push. Ernest, Sinclair, Nika are going for both Winner and Robert. Are they able to run away safely? And this would be the move that APA wants. Meanwhile, the APA mouses need to stay alive. Machinek and Moika are going for Pigula, but Heavelum is getting heavily punished. Gonna put a shell, I think. And Sultan needs to put a big shell. He bounces, unfortunately. APA are up by more than 3k of a hit point advantage here. And E5, Machinek kills off Heavelum. And Lightning McQueen's trying to capture A. Patrol Crew is coming in to support Pigula here. They want to focus Moika, but Froggy did a terrific job in blocking Patron Crew from putting a shot into Moika. This looks very likely to be an APA win. Pigula is killed. Patron Crew shoots Moika. And finally, we have two tanks, Yennefer and Machinek, dealing with Lightning McQueen. Lightning McQueen dropped the reactive armor, but APA with 980 cap points here. But there was a cap stop happening over to C. No, over to A. But APA got C as well, and they killed the Chong crew, and the fourth game goes to APA. What an amazing game here. And Lightning McQueen's killed. Were they able to kill off Robert before it ends? No, they won't. Oof. This game, APA just controlled everything from start to finish. And you can see the damage done by APA as well. 5 tanks doing more than 2k damage with only around 600 hit points apart, which is really good focus fire. Ernest and Kiernika not far behind, which is also a really good sign. Meanwhile, So's Lightning McQueen could only do more than 2k, and that push was botched, mainly because APA have Mouse and E100 leading the charge, holding that front line. Bought a lot of time for APA to rush on the other side, and we are now on New Bay. And this is the New Bay map for you. New Bay, you will want to go for, I mean, a lot more clans are going for A. That is because you can put crossfire from this corridor here, and you can also put crossfire from the south side on this corridor, which is really nice indeed. Maybe not this corridor. Yeah, this corridor actually, yes. The other side, it's less likely to do so. So, the other side, it's going to be hard to tell, to be honest with you. But we're seeing more and more clans going for A, and the bridge side for map control. And for randoms as well, you want to go for the A side to get hold of the bridge and the crossfire. And for the enemies rotating to the A is going to be difficult because you'll be spotted at a pretty far distance away. And you definitely want to get the focus fire. I mean, you definitely could shoot them while they're trying to rotate. APA are going with Frog in the E100, Machinek in the IS-4, double mouse played by Macheo and Kiernika. Yennefer, Ernest and Moike will be in triple E5s. So's on the south side, APA in the north and on the north side. So's we're going for Patrol Crew in the IS-4 alongside Pigula and Robert Schwartz. Lightning McQueen in the E5 alongside Pan Sultan, Winner and Heavlum 2003. Oh, all the players like to go for B and C. This is going to be a city strat. The C is getting captured at the start. Sultan is there to shoot any tanks trying to run away from B, and Machinek is tasked to capture B, and Sultan is there to punish whoever is trying to trying to run away or getting into B. So Sos will have control over this area. Meanwhile, we have Heavenlump playing very cautiously over to A side, but he is absolutely isolated. So if AP decides to rush Heavenlump, Heavenlump would not survive for too long. Heavenlump, can you put a shell into Macheo here? He could potentially, but Macheo is rotating. He's getting the gun to Heavenlump. So Heavenlump's not going to go forward, but APA, the E5s, are lurking from behind. Heavenlump, is he sensing danger here? Will he attempt to run away? And I think he cannot stay here for too long. Ernest is coming in, and if he insists on staying here, disaster could happen. Meanwhile, Sos with the double E5s and IS4s, when they know Heavenlump is getting pushed, they will absolutely need to make a move. But APA has done a really good job once again in the defensive formation with Froggy and Sin Kiernika once again with the very super heavies holding a really good formation there. I think maybe Sos would like to support Heavenlump in this situation because pushing into B would not be a good idea. And Heavenlump is still relatively healthy, although he's down to around 2,000 hit points. It's still a pretty dull affair, but Souls will have a cap advantage. Yennefer is coming in support Ernest, and they don't want to witness a 2 versus 1 affair, because 2 versus 1 would mean Heavy Lump would be losing this one, a higher percentage. Meanwhile, a 6 versus 5, the win percentage of a 6 versus 5 situation is not really that high. So they should absolutely not allow a 1 versus 2 to happen for Heavy Lump. Patrol Crew receives a bounce from Yennefer, but neither of them could put a shell into Yennefer. Macheo is there to punish Patrol Crew if he is careless. Heavy Lump is in some sort of trouble. Patrol Crew is coming in to support Heavy Lump, but I think Yennefer can farm them here. Gula is also coming in to support, but APR now making me. Macheo is going in. Macheo is trying to sever the Souls forces, and I think Souls, they must actually punch hole to the APA's forces, but the E5s are going back. They're going to focus Mouse, however, which is going to be an interesting call, because this is going to be the last time you want to go for. But Winner took a really big hit on the crossing, and APA has a lot of hit point advantage. And Heavy Lump is the first tank down. Winner puts a really good shot into Moika, and Patrol Crew receives a bounce from Ernest. Meanwhile, we are seeing a max roll from someone into someone, but I don't know who. Robert is trying to come in. No, he's on fire. He doesn't have a repair kit. He receives a shot from Care of Nika. Winner is killed in the E5. Ernest kills him off. Patrol Crew is trying to shut down Moika, and he does shut down Moika, but it's going to be a 6 versus 5. Hit points still in huge favor of APA at the moment. Macheo is down, but Sultan would not be long for this world, and he is down as well. This is going to be 5 versus 4. A lot of low hit point tanks on the board. Lightning McQueen absolutely would want to finish off Care of Nika, and he does finish off Care of Nika. Robert, he's a one shot. He needs to be absolutely careful, but Pigula is trying to shield Patrol Crew. APA, they cannot throw this one away. Robert is killed. Patrol Crew is killed. It's a 4 versus 2. Lightning McQueen is so far away from Pigula, he can't technically come in to save Pigula. And Pigula puts a really good show to Ernest, and Yennefer rams into Pigula. Ernest will be putting a really good show into Pigula, and Yennefer puts another good show into Pigula. And Pigula is the last man standing, and not really the last man standing, but he won't be long. He's down to Ernest, last man standing, Lightning McQueen. He puts a good show into Machinak, but the building is blocking my view here. Lightning McQueen is killed by Machinak. APA, are they making a comeback here? They now have 2 wins on the board. They just need 2 more. Chris Siak saying, "Come on, Souls. They only need 1 more win." But at the moment, APA are gaining the upper hand. This could be interesting to watch. Ernest doing more than 3k alongside Machina, killing 4 tanks in total. Froggy just short of 3k, killing 2 tanks as well. They are definitely men of the match. Yennefer doing more than 2k, and look at APA tanks there, 6 tanks doing more than 2k. Absolutely wonderful stuff. Meanwhile, Souls have 4 tanks doing more than 2k, but it's not enough. The Ice was doing a lot of damage, but their rotations have been really uncoordinated, and you just have to give credit to Machio for severing the forces of Souls, and Souls have no idea on how to deal with that situation. Make sure I got the right scoreline. APA going with quadruple E5s played by Yennefer, Sinclair, Nika, and Ernest and Froggy. Machil will be playing the mouse, Machinek will be playing the IS4, and Moika will be playing in between 5B. APA are on the south side this time, Souls on the north side with Sultan E5 alongside Lightning McQueen, Winner, and Hevlump. Double mouse play by Patron Crew and Pigula Roberts in the Ice War. There are only 15 seconds remaining. APA, would they head into tiebreaker against SOULS? Would they be the first team to win under a 0-3 deficit? We are going to find out pretty soon. Let's head up high and watch. APA again going for B and C. SOULS this time now doing an A strat. But neither team have a light or medium, and that is why I hate to see in tournaments, because you definitely need that light or medium to kind of spot the tanks up for the team and get information. But they're taking no mediums or lights. This is not a really good call out, I have to say. Robert spotted, but he's going for A immediately, and maybe he got C, and potentially Pigula is spotted. Let's head down to his perspective. Taking care of Nika is going into B, but I think that could be a big mistake here. Pigula is on the react, adrenaline. Marcinek is getting tracked on the crossing. But care of Nika is getting shot at for more and more. And so they have the advantage here. And B is now trying to be captured by APA. That would put APA in cap advantage, but not the hit point point advantage. So they absolutely know this advantage, and they can pull pressure onto APA. They're piling pressure onto APA now. And APA, they are falling apart. They are on tatters here. Looking at the SOULS team, they are sending 3 tanks to shut down both Marcinek and care of Nika. This could very well over for APA at this moment. And they just need the focus fire here. care of Nika showing the backside of Winner. He got tracked. And Froggy is coming in support, but they are not. They are focusing the wrong tank potentially, but maybe Froggy cannot shoot Winner here. And care of Nika is the first tank down for APA. SOULS are in loads of goodness here. Marcinek is a one-shot potentially. Pigula kills on Marcinek, and Froggy is very low indeed. Patron Crew is trying to brawl Moika, and Froggy is tracked. He is killed under the hands of Robert. Heavy Lumber is killed, Ernest kills him more, but Jennifer is also pretty low. And Moika is now getting rushed by these SOULS tanks. Moika, only one shot, and he will be killed. Oh, but Winner bounces onto Moika. Likely McQueen is going to finish him off, however. And Macheo in the mouse, brawling that Sultan. And Ernest is now getting pushed by Pigula and Winner. And now Robert's coming in to support. And I think they don't need perfect focus fire, they just need to pick up the tanks, mop up the floor. And so we're winning 4-2 here. Jennifer is killed. Macheo is the last man standing. And Sultan. No, who's going to kill off Macheo? Sultan is going to kill off Macheo. SOULS won this fixture round. SOULS won the Polish derby in tonight. What an amazing job by SOULS here. Pigula, Sultan, and McQueen did more than 3k damage. Robert doing more than 2k as well. Also, Heavy Lumber Winner. This is the performance we are waiting from SOULS. SOULS with 6 tanks doing more than 2k. Meanwhile, APA, that aggressive push onto B is just a totally horrible idea. With care of Nika, that was just premature. They just won that cap so badly, they forgot that SOULS are in position to reset that. So, Jennifer did more than 2k alongside Moika and Macheo, and they would only be finishing tonight with only 1 point. Ooh, what a night that was. I'm surely impressed by the Polish derby tonight, and of course, I hope you guys are impressed by that intense, intense affair as well. We have more results here. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Ray still playing against Legion. APA 2-4 against SOULS. This is going to be the fixture we know so far. LOCA 4-1 against Endgame. Win 4-2 against Immortals. APA 2-4 against SOULS. SOULS finally got their first point and win APA raid, and SOULS currently are tied with 1 point. Meanwhile, Immortals are going to be finishing tonight with 2 points alongside Endgame. They're in top 4. The battle for top 4 is surely going to be lit AF. LOCA finishing off with 4 points, and I think with this being said, I can safely say LOCA will be advancing to the top 4. Congratulations to LOCA here in advance. Maybe I'm going to jinx it, but LOCA are just in touching distance away. If Legion won against Raid tonight, Legion will be joining LOCA potentially. We'll be joining LOCA potentially in the top 4. We are just waiting for the two more spots here. Win 4-2 against Immortal. That was an absolute crucial win here. They have more wins, so that put them on top. But they lost against APA and I think Raid. They lost against Legion, APA, and win. And they must absolutely win against SOULS, Raid, and also Endgame next in order to advance to the next stage. Well, this is going to be a tight one to call. I don't know what's going to happen. No one can predict this, to be honest with you. Oof. Raid 4-3 against Legion. My, oh my, oh my. Oh my. Raid with 2 points. Now tied with both Immortals, Endgame, and Raid. Wow. I don't know what to say, to be honest with you. I think this top 4 battle would be a very tense one indeed. There are 3 more games to go. There are still loads to play for. We still don't know who is going to be in the top 4 as of yet. This is still a very, I don't know, this is still going to be absolutely a quagmire. This is going to be a no words for that. It's going to be a chaos. Lorenz formula is obeyed. I don't know what to say here.
Well, go and join him. He's probably analysing something. I don't know.
Nope. I didn't analyze anything. I'm not analyzing anything at the moment.
Oh, there you go.
Hello.
Win! Are off the mark!
Finally!
Finally! At Immor's expense. What a great evening for a win, though.
Yeah,
I mean, they were close with LOCA, but LOCA, they've just stepped it up a gear in the decider and turned win over 7-0. It was a big email.
Right.
But Win, bless them, the plucky Finns, they brushed themselves down and really made some pain on Immor.
Yes.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful to watch.
True. Meanwhile, all the clans in the top 8 have got at least 1 point, so the top 4 battles going
So
to
Souls won as well, did they?
Yes, they won. 4-2 against APA.
No, well done, Souls.
Finally.
Well done, Souls.
Yes.
Winning Souls, popping their cherry at last in match 4. Lovely. This is what we like to see. Everybody wins. Wowzers.
Oh my god, this is going to be a big topic to talk about tomorrow in Friday Night Football. Make sure you go there. It's going to start at 7 in the Central European Summer Time. We're going to have a big talk on the top 4 prediction for both Asia and EU server, particularly the EU server. We still don't know who's going through yet, but LOCA are going to be.
LOCA are very dominating. Oof.
They're in touching distance, really. They just need to win at least one more, then they're through.
They have been so impressive so far. I said it in the Ascent Tour. I said it in one of your Friday nights with Wild.
Yep.
They need to finally step up, and boy, have they stepped up!
Yes.
They've been absolutely beautiful to watch their games. I mean, they've been determined, they've been focused, coordinated, and they've just been incredibly impressive.
Totally agree. Didn't get to stream any of the LOCA's games tonight, but I mean the performance of LOCA on Monday 4-0 against APA definitely showed the dominance of LOCA. Just it made APA look like a top 16 team there, but APA tonight they didn't fluster, to be honest. They did well. They were very close against Immortals. The wins they've done, APA totally deserved them. And APA, they just need to be consistent enough. I think they could be a dark horse if other clans are not careful enough. But I'm happy for SOULS finally getting their first win. But so far they only won 5 games, so I'm still worried about SOULS. They still need to step up their game.
So I mean, Win, bless them. They've got a tough round. The last 3 games, they really have.
Yes.
And they were tantalizingly close today against LOCA.
Yes.
They've not played badly at all.
No.
They've just been, it's just the way it goes. But boy, I'd love them to win more. But if we see them playing like they just played against Immor, maybe not their game on Mayan Ruins, which they were outclassed by Immor spectacularly.
Right. Yes.
But on the other maps, I mean, they were brilliant. On Normandy, they were fantastic. On Nube, they were fantastic.
Yeah.
They really were.
And that's just what happened to Immortals as well. There are some maps that Immortals are very good at. For example, Yukon, and I believe Fort Despair as well. Their performance there is absolutely beautiful to watch. And I'm on the edge of my seat, on the verge of getting complained again. But boy, they did show their dominance on.
Well, LOCA and Win was Win 1, LOCA. It was LOCA Win, then LOCA, then Win, then LOCA, then Win. Taking it all the way to the decider, and in the end, LOCA just knocked it up a notch, completely up 1 gear, tranced them 7-0 win. I think it was more to the fact I don't think Fort Despair is a match that they like.
No. Fort Despair is a quite small map, and you see a lot of heavies going around there, so I can't imagine that Win doesn't like Fort Despair at all.
No, I mean, they were not impressive on Fort Despair, and they were not overly impressive on Mayan Ruins. But all the other maps, wow! I mean, I think every team, as you say, has maps they don't like or maps they like. And I think Mayan Ruins and possibly Fort Despair are ones that Win don't like.
Yeah, I think so. It's like Raid with Winter Malanovka.
Absolutely. I mean, it's in my book. It's. I think Win, from watching them a fair few times now on maps like Normandy, they clearly like Normandy.
Yeah.
And I think they like these sorts of bigger maps.
bigger maps and open maps that they
Yeah.
can really work their mediums and lights on.
Absolutely. And it's been a fantastic evening. Like I said, it's
Fantastic.
been fantastic.
Fun to
Very
witness.
exciting.
Very exciting.
Really good to watch.
Yeah.
Big congratulations to LOCA. They're doing fantastically well.
Yeah.
And well done to both WN and S0ULS for finally getting there.
Yes.
Always nice. I mean, S0ULS, bless them, and Immor, to be fair, in the spring season, both did zeros. Neither of them got off the mark. Immor really flying high. They're a slight blip against WN, but they're flying high still.
Yep.
And S0ULS off the mark, so it's not a repeat of the spring season for them, thankfully.
No, it won't be. Well, I mean, talking about exciting matches. Immortals vs APA, that's second game on Yukon. I was thinking that Immortals got that, but then suddenly APA capped on the basis. Something like that. And they got a cap stop when Immortals have like 995 cap points. And oh my goodness me, I thought APA could snatch it out of the death. But Immortals killed one tank of the APA, and the Immortals won that game. Oh my, that was very exciting. That was thrilling. I think you got disconnected, are you? Fujit, are you still here? Yeah. Wait. Yeah, there was some problem with Discord.
Can you hear me yet?
I can hear you now. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Did you get what I said? Just
Yeah, I heard everything you said. Yes.
that's good. Yeah, the Discord has been like has been pretty naughty recently. Happened to a lot of teams.
I booted out of YouTube earlier. In the first matches, I think it was game 3. YouTube just completely booted me.
Ooh, what happened?
I don't know. YouTube just said, computer says no, and kicked me out. So I don't know what happened, but everything's good now. It's been fine since then.
What happened
But
to the
yeah.
stream after then? Do you have to start a new stream, or could you?
No, I can just restart the same stream.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So nobody lost out. But I had 300 plus viewers at that stage, and then obviously got booted, so I didn't get my 300 plus viewers back, which is unfortunate.
That's true.
But it's not my fault, couldn't do anything about it. And the rest of the guys who stayed with me, the other 260 odd, managed to get the watch unbroken coverage for the rest of the tour, for the rest of the stream. But yeah, it was shocking, because there I am talking away, and all of a sudden I look across and, hey, where's everybody gone? Hey, why's YouTube kick me out? Bizarre. So yeah, slight blip, but everything worked out in the end. Everything was fine. And everybody should get their rewards, those who followed things. So
Yeah. Meanwhile,
we will see.
Yeah, we will see. Meanwhile, I'm going to hard sell myself once again, and of course to Fujit's coin stream tomorrow, Friday Night with Wild. It's Friday Night with Wild, but it's going to be Thursday Night with Wild because we have matches on Friday, so it's going to be
Absolutely.
put in 1 day earlier. We're going to discuss top 4 predictions for both Asia and EU server at 7 PM in the Central European Summer Time. I'm going to see all of you there. And we're going to have a long talk about this. Surely. So, but I think there's still loads to play for. I don't think any team apart from LOCA is safe in the top 4.
LOCA are riding high. LOCA
Right.
are riding high at the moment.
Yeah.
And deservedly so. I mean, they've been very level-headed. They've been consistent from day one, and they've been very impressive. Very, very impressive.
True. I wonder if Win actually won against LOCA. That means LOCA will only get 3 points while Win will have 2 points, and oh boy. This is going to be interesting.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, originally we were thinking that both Endgame and Legion would dominate the top 8, but they haven't done so far.
No,
No,
no, they haven't as of yet.
no. Endgame losing two fixtures against LOCA and Immortals. They need to be careful of sleepwalking.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
They do.
yeah.
And it could be dangerous for them.
It
But
could.
I mean, I haven't got the standings with me now. So what are the standings now then? So LOCA have won all 4 so far.
Yeah. Legion
Third, Legion second. How many have they won now?
3 games, 15 matches.
So they've won 3 games. And then who's in third? Is it still Immor?
Immortals in third alongside Endgame Raid with 2 points, but Immortals got 1 more win than Endgame and Raid.
Yes. Because Immor have got 3 wins under their belt, I believe.
Yeah. Immortals 2-4, so they got 12 wins.
There you go. So, and then Raid Endgame. Yeah, Raid Endgame need to step it up a bit. They need to step it up a bit as they. I mean, I don't know what. I mean, I think Endgame have got. I know it's difficult. It sounds harsh to say this, but I think they've got an easier final 3 than Win, etc.
Yeah. Well, we can take a look at the remaining fixtures. Are you talking about Endgame?
Well, I'm talking about Endgame and Raid now because they're the ones who've got to step up if they're going to have a chance here.
Oh yeah, but Endgame we have a hard run of games because the next 3 clients they're going to face will be Legion, APA, and then Win.
Yeah, Legion APA. Well, Legion's going to be a trouble for them, but not much of a trouble. But Legion are going to be looking to dominate that.
Yeah,
And they'll be looking to dominate APA and Win, to be honest with you.
I think they have a harder fixture than Raid because Raid will be facing APA and then Win and then Immortals. Raid, the hardest opponent would be Immortals. No, Win.
Yes.
I mean, Win. I'm not going to say Immortals is not a hard opponent, but I think Win is going to be a tougher opponent in my opinion.
It's going to be tough. I mean, they've got the bit between their teeth, bless them, and I think they're going to be a tough opponent. LOCA's going to be quite happy with their running, I think.
Yeah. They got Immortals, Legion, and also S0ULS. So I believe they have an easy round. But Win will have a very hard run of.
Oh, Win have, yeah. Win's got a tough round going into the final.
Yeah.
Into the final 3. So it is going to be tough for Win, to be fair.
True.
However, they've got the ability to upset anybody. So
yeah.
They have that ability.
Yeah. I mean, although they got only 1 point, but they already won 11 games so far. So it's a crazy amount. So don't underestimate Win. Underestimate your own peril.
Absolutely, this is what they do. People do underestimate them, and they come back and they surprise everybody.
Yeah.
But I heard earlier somebody was saying, I think it was Kerfuffles in the chat.
Yeah.
Legion Raid were going down 2-0 or something to somebody, and then managed to bring it all the way back again.
Ooh.
I don't know who they were playing.
Nice. Potentially against Legion because Raid won 4-1 against S0ULS. No, Raid lost 1-4 against Endgame.
Okay, so probably they had Legion, did they, as well? Yeah, they would have been the Legion game then. But apparently they were going down to Legion and then turned it around again.
Yeah.
So still, as you say, it's all to play for, and it's going to be, it's going to be a very interesting. We got Friday? It's the next round.
Yeah.
Matches 5 and 6, and then is it Sunday? Round 7.
Round 7 Sunday. I could recall that Win originally lost the first 4 games last Twister season, and they got into top 4 after winning all 3 of their last fixtures. So
yes.
Could we see the same for Win here? I hope. I really love to see them in the top 4. They are very exciting to watch.
They're beautiful to watch.
Yeah.
I love watching them. I think they're great.
I think
And yeah, it would be nice if they could get there, but they've got to. They don't play other people's games. They've just got to focus themselves.
Yeah.
Like I said, they were tantalizingly close against LOCA.
yeah.
They really were, and I felt for them. But LOCA deservedly won. I mean, that last game, that decider on Fort Despair was just fantastic
Yeah.
stuff by LOCA.
Yeah.
And it's not like Win have been a pushover against the other teams.
No.
It's not like they've not been trounced 4-0 anywhere.
No.
So they've played what they can play, but there's just that extra oomph. I mean, they lost against APA, which would have disappointed. I'm pretty certain it would have disappointed them immensely.
Yeah.
Because they would have thought we should have beaten APA.
That was a must
They
win.
would have thought.
That was a must win for them.
Yeah, and they'll be disappointed with that. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
Absolutely no doubt.
No. Yeah.
And they've held their own against some of the big teams as well, but they'll be disappointed about APA, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, Raid. Well, Raid played well, and Win tried, but can you do? It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. Oh yeah. Also have to.
Oh, they haven't played Raid yet. What am I talking about, idiot? They played Endgame, wasn't it? Was it Endgame? No, they haven't played Endgame.
No.
It was Legion.
Legion. Win lost 2-4 against Legion. So.
Yeah. But again, it wasn't a 4-0. It was 2-4. But Winnerby, they won't be mightily miffed or disappointed with that. They have beaten Legion before, however.
Yeah.
They'll be more disappointed with not beating APA, in my opinion.
I mean, they lost to
Because
APA before as well, to back in the previous queue.
Yeah, they did, but they would have thought that they could have trounced APA.
Yeah.
Especially after watching the games they put in tonight against LOCA and against Immortals.
Yeah.
They'll feel disappointed with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But aside from that, I mean, it's been fantastic to watch. Been
Mm.
absolutely fantastic.
Very true indeed.
So,
Well, before we end the stream, make sure tomorrow, fair enough, open forum. So everyone can join into my server and have a chat about your prediction for top 4. Let's talk team by team analysis. It's going to be a good analysis, I can assure you. So
yeah, absolutely. I'm going to be there.
hey, there we go. I'm going to invite Eminent as well, and hopefully every name is taken too.
I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there to see what you're doing and try and keep you under
Nice.
control.
Ooh,
So all of those on my stream, there's still 140 of you. Go and check out Wild Ones Helper tomorrow. Join in. It's not a free for all, but it is a free for all, so to speak. Join in.
yeah.
Why not?
Why not?
You get the chance to have your say.
Yes.
Have your say.
Yes.
That's what it's there for. So anyway, I'm not going to close the stream, but I'm going to stop talking, and I'm going to keep the stream open for another 6 minutes, actually.
Okay.
But I'm going to stop talking, so you can watch the replay. This will be the last replay anyway.
All right.
And then that'll be it, guys. You should have all got your rewards by now. We've been over 2 hours, 20 minutes.
Right.
So the rewards should have been got by now.
Mhm.
So with that, I'm going to say goodbye. Leave the stream running. Thank you for watching. Sorry about the blip earlier. Can't help YouTube booting me. Don't know why they did that. Very strange. But you would have got your rewards anyway. Whilst they booted me, I did manage to keep all the streams going, so there was no interruption in the rewards, to be honest with you. And with that, I will see you again on Friday,
Yeah.
where every good name is taken has the coin stream, I believe. Does
No,
he?
it's me.
It's Wild Ones Helper. There you go. Look.
Yes.
So the guy I'm talking to, he's got the coin stream, so be sure to jump in and give him some support. Get those rewards.
Thank you. I'm going to stream LOCA first, Immortals first, and then Immortals first, so if I remember correctly.
There you go. I'm actually back again in a fair few hours. In fact, about 4.5 hours with the North America stream.
Yes.
So I will see some of you then. The rest of you, I'm back. Same as Wild Ones Alpha is also back on Friday afternoon, or Friday evening, or Friday morning, no matter where you are in the world, with the Asia tour, rounds 5 and 6. And I will have the coin stream for that. And as you heard, Wild Ones Helper's got the coin stream for the EU, on Friday.
Yeah.
So until then, guys, have a lovely rest of your Wednesday. It's Thursday for me now. Have a lovely rest of your Wednesday, and I will catch you all soon. I've been Fujit, and it's been great hosting you.
Yeah.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Oh, before I go, I want to say a massive thank you for the mods for absolutely doing fantastic stuff and keeping the chat a nice and happy place.
Good.
They are unsung heroes, believe me. And
Yeah.
with that, I'm going to go. So bye for now, guys. It's been great
Bye.
talking to you all. Cheerio.
Bye. Right.
Oh, thank God.
I think it's also a good time for me to end the stream right now, so I'm going to get this stream, get this scene on, and I'll see you tomorrow. Friday Night with Wild, open forum. We'll talk about top 4 predictions for both Asia and the EU server. So bye for now as well. So bye.